let's get into it. Coach Colin here. Now, let's talk about some weirdness. Some weirdness when it comes to Tyler Robinson. Now, this touches on, and I know I've been telling you guys about this. I'm literally gonna sit down and do this episode. It's just gonna be such a long episode. Some of you guys love a nice hour. This might be like an hour and a half episode. I'm not even sure. There's just so many clips that I have to pull together. I have them all. But the weirdness of Tyler Robinson, right? And the weirdness of the case, but the weirdness of the hearings that he's been involved in. Now, there was a journalist who was there, the only journalist that I know of that was actually there in the courtroom during the hearing. Listen to her very odd account of everything that was going on. She was recently on Julian Dory, and again, very odd. I have to say, I like this lady. I like what she has to say. I think she does great work. But it's just like she just pops up out of nowhere, you know? I don't know. I guess everybody has to pop out of somewhere, right? But it's like she's on Julian's podcast. She interviews Tucker. Doesn't have a huge following. Maybe it's up to everybody who covers anything that has to do with her like I do. Maybe it's up to me to just say, like, Elizabeth Lane, look her up, give her a follow. Maybe that's what's missing. I'm not sure, but I just, that always stands out to me, you know? You have odd thoughts when you put on a tinfoil Speedo. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get into it.
All right, we're back. So we actually haven't talked about this yet today, but you've been in, we mentioned at the beginning, we just haven't gone into it.
Yeah.
You've been in the courtroom for the
Yeah.
Tyler Robinson thing, post Charlie Kirk, because you live out in Salt Lake.
Right. I live in Salt Lake, which is people diss Salt Lake so much. I don't know whether it's like Mormons, they
Probably
diss
just
or
the
whatever.
Mormon thing.
Great people. So I love Salt Lake. It's so good. But I was there. I live there. And of course, the very first hearing that I attended, it was so weird. So get this. I thought, this is a high-profile case. Would you say it's a high-profile case?
Yeah.
Thank you. So would you expect a ton of people to show up?
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I expected. I got there early. I went up, and there's maybe, like, give and take, obviously I didn't count, but maybe 20 people there. That's it. Journalists.
This is state court.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, why is it just us? Why is it not like lines of people trying to get in? So that's awkward.
Yes.
But all right, let's move on, right? We go in. They're like, no phones. Phones in the pocket. I'm like, well, I don't have pockets, and I don't have, I don't have a purse. I never have a purse, like rarely, right? Like, bag. I do have a purse, but it's small purse. So I'm like, I have nothing to put this in. So because what they told us was, if we see a phone in your hands, you're out. Why so strict?
Is that legal? Is that legal?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
either.
legal. But it's a public trial, right? Like, it's a public the thing. So you would think that should not be a problem. And their excuse was, well, we don't want to make a circus out of it. Like, no filming, no nothing. Okay, no one's filming. Can I just freaking have a phone like on me?
Yeah.
So I had to like put my phone in between my legs and hide it. What if they saw that I have it in my hand or something, right?
Yeah, now it's on camera. You admitted it. Uh-oh.
What are they going to do? Like,
They'll come arrest you.
Yeah, F them.
I know, way too close to the camera, but you have to understand, I have a Patreon now, so consider subscribing to the Patreon. As you know, sometimes we get attacked by bigger accounts and it puts this channel in jeopardy. On Patreon, I'll be able to talk about things that I can't talk about here, and you'll have more of a link to me just in case, because like I said, they're going to figure out this whole Philadelphia thing that I've been rolling with the past few weeks. And if they do, you'll find me over there. Link in the description.
So anyway, the point is, I had so they said you will be ousted, right? I'm sitting there listening. The whole Tyler Robinson persona was weird. Like, the guy never moved. I said this multiple times. Like, he was there like a zombie. You watched the tape, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
the recording.
Dead but behind the eyes.
Completely.
Yeah.
So, and he states his name and he's like, blah, 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 and that's it. And nothing else. And within, I don't remember exactly what time it was. If I had my phone on me, I would probably know. But
what about that watch right there?
This is actually not working.
Oh,
and
you're
I
like
keep
me.
So I'm going to keep going because there's more to it. But just like Dead Behind the Eyes, this is what she's talking about when he was just sitting there. So apparently, just through the entire trial, he just didn't move. You know? And again, to bring up what I have here, I'm not gonna say it, you know, but it starts with an M. Let's just say Tembe Uldra. It rhymes with Tembe Uldra. That's what I'm really thinking, honestly. I mean, it just has all the markings of it. And then when you factor in Lance, and what Lance was all about and how he was and what was going on with him, there's something there. There's really something there. But anyway, let's get back to it. But yeah, that was him just sitting there, dead behind the eyes, didn't say a thing, like he was zombified. It was really, it's just, I don't get it. You know, I can't say anything either way, but how do you just sit there like that? Completely still. But there's more. She reveals more. Listen to this.
Yeah. You keep the watch if you like
it.
The
clock out there, it hasn't told the time in forever. Right? It's just there for the look. It's just
there. Yeah. I love how it looks. So it's there. Yeah. So I don't know exactly how long it was, but it felt 15 to 20 minutes max of entire thing. So then they take a recess.
This is just the first hearing.
First hearing, okay. Yeah. So, and by just being it a first hearing, I assumed, okay, so we're going to break the case, judge is going to talk, this is going to happen, right? Yeah, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. That's what it felt like. And then they were like, okay, we're taking a recess. I'm like, what? What do you mean? I didn't understand. And
what did they discuss in the 15, 20 minutes? What was the total?
They presented a case. They presented what he was accused of and seemed like, I don't remember exact quote, but this is where we found out that they were going for the death penalty, right? So that was it. Nothing else. He didn't have a lawyer back then, keep in mind. He
didn't have a lawyer at all?
No. So they were looking for his lawyer. This is very first hearing, right? So he was in prison, all in virtual, right? He was not in person. But another weird thing was there were no relatives of Tyler Robinson. Nobody was there.
That part surprises me less.
You're thinking don't bring the parents because it will become a spectacle or something?
I don't think they would want to come. I think they would probably be so shell-shocked. This is just the first hearing. That one surprises me less. Right. Continue.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could understand that. And when I spoke to,
See, here's the thing with that. That is said like a person who doesn't have kids. If you have kids, you're going to want to be there when this is happening to your son. They're going to say what they're going for. You haven't seen your son. You're going to get to see him. He can see you. You want him to, no matter what he's done, allegedly, you're going to want him to feel the comfort of seeing you. That is just a natural thing that parents have. And there's nothing to suggest that his parents didn't like him. There's nothing to suggest that his parents were distant. Nothing like that. From what you see of Facebook posts, his mom is a very nice lady who, wishes her kids happy birthday on Facebook and all sorts of stuff. Dad, same thing, business owner. And, was what were they calling him? The father of justice? Because he turned his son in. Not to mention, you don't want to see your son when he's in this situation after you allegedly convinced him to turn himself in. You're not going to be like, hey, son, hey, it's me. You're okay. You're good. No, not at all. That makes zero sense. I can understand a little brother not coming, right? I can understand all that, but to be a mom and not want to show up, to be the dad and not want to show up, I think that is just extraordinarily weird. You couldn't convince me not to show up for one of my kids. I mean, there had to have been possibly, maybe, I don't know. You would think something would have to be said to them for them not to show up. And I don't mean anything bad, but just they would have to be convinced, I would think, to not show up for their kid. Just not at all. And you know what? The parents, they're playing the same way, very similar to the way Thomas Crook's parents were. Very, very similar. Very cut off, very just off the face of the earth, off the grid type thing. not really showing themselves, nothing of the sort. You know nothing about them. It's very similar that way. But no, that doesn't make sense. Not to me, not at all. Anyway, let's keep going.
I work with like people. Well, I know a lot of former FBI guys. I know a lot of former SEALs, CIA peeps. Ugh, like, you know, buckets of them. So and they are all the same, by the way. They all think they are different, but they are also similar. Like, you know, sociopathic, narcissistic, lying, all of this stuff. It's there. I'm sorry. So, but anyway. They all said, the people like from FBI, former FBI guys that I know, I called up my detective as well, like lead detective NYC PD. So I was like, would you, like, what would happen with the parents? Because I'm not aware of this stuff, right? What authorities would like to do in these cases, like high profile cases. So I was like, what would you do with the family? And he was like, he said the same thing as you. Like, I'm not surprised they were not there. Like, I would advise against it to go and like sit there, right? So I get that part. Even though if I was a mother, I would be there. If I was a mother, I wouldn't care. I would be there to support my kid, right?
It's hard to. It's really hard for me to put myself in the parent's shoes. I can't even imagine. You know, this is not long after as well. It's like,
yeah,
maybe you would. Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, and what was the most unusual part was the fast recess, right? Why are we going to recess again? What's up? Like, why? Give us everything. And then another unusual part was like, okay, recess means you're going to continue, right? So I'm coming back or something. They were like, no, you're free to go. We were like, what? So why dismiss journalists and not let them back in?
So they conducted more parts of the hearing
As
afterwards.
I understand, yes, because they said that we're going to take a recess. That means like they're going to come back, right? So why not include us there?
So they didn't let you back in?
And I thought, I was like, did I mishear something like that? So I'm walking with another journalist who was like walking behind me. I was like, so that's it? They are not going to let us back in? And she goes like, yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I just left. So yeah, I mean, the whole case is weird. I'm pretty sure you know.
It's weird. It's weird.
So I had young Carol, amazing dude, by the way, who's
He's been on my show.
Oh, he has?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jan is awesome. He has a great channel, and he's like following this much closer than I am because I took a different route. Jan is following every single video, like everything that
Ian does turn over a lot of rocks, man.
Right. And that's great, right?
Yeah.
So he's on this like a hawk. And recently he had that whole Mike McCoy thing going, right? Like you watched that.
Is this he was the chief of staff who was on the phone behind it?
Yeah.
What's a little strange to me is how strong his dad is being about it.
So there's a little more to that, but just the weirdness of that trial that she described. You know, they go to recess and they don't let them back in. What could be the reason that you're not going to let the people who are already there? So it's like you've deemed them acceptable to be in the room in the first place. And now you're recessing, you're coming back, and now none of them are acceptable to be inside. What else could be announced? I don't actually know. But in other situations, not this situation, sometimes it's because they are revealing information that has to do with an informant or has to do with someone that would be possibly in danger if journalists were there and they spoke about this person. And it would turn it into a real circus. Those journalists would run off with that information. And the next thing you know, not only is the case in danger, but possibly somebody who is involved in the case in some way is now in danger as well. I don't know. Or now this can't be, I'm just saying, trying to be good here. Maybe if he's heard speaking, it would be revealing. Now, I don't know what that even means, but when I say this whole, what did I say? Tempe Baltra? When I say something's like Tempe Baltra, if you were to hear the person speak, they might sound a lot like they were saying he looked like a zombie. Maybe he would have sounded like one. And maybe that would have also been something to report on. this odd speech cadence, this odd, whatever he was saying. I don't know. It's extremely weird that type of thing happens. I don't know what's going on with this case, but it seems like if they're handling it this way, I bet that there's not cameras allowed. Like, I think when the trial happens, like right now, there's a whole bunch of people who are like, just wait until the trial. Y'all have to just wait. Can y'all just wait until the trial, please? I mean, this is crazy. Who am I imitating? If you're a watcher of the show, you know who I'm imitating. This is crazy. How are y'all not waiting until the trial? That is the thing to do. Just hush up. Hush up until the trial starts. Tell me in the comments who I'm imitating there. It's not Eddie Murphy. I heard some of you saying it sounds like Eddie Murphy. It's not Eddie Murphy. But Officer Tatum, he's people are saying just wait until the trial. I think that, and I can't connect people saying that to what I'm saying. I think by the time it gets to the trial, people are going to be very disappointed. They're going to be like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Because I don't think they're going to let people in. I don't think it's not going to be like the OJ case. I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I would bet that it ends up that cameras are not allowed. Or if they are allowed, it'll be at just like with her. She was allowed in at one point and then also not allowed in. I think that's the type of thing that'll happen. And the parts that we are allowed to see won't be the parts that we want to see. We'll be able to see like the nothing parts, just the nothing. But when they're all sitting there and they're conversing and whispering over to him and stuff, see that. I wonder if we'll even see him walk in. Will we even see him walk in? I don't know. Because they said they don't want cameras in for when he enters and when he leaves. So how is this going to work? And it really makes you think, as I bring up OJ, why was it that case was so filmed and interrupted all the cartoons that I wanted to watch when I was a kid? The Simpsons were coming on an hour later because of the OJ trial. I was like, this is crazy. What's going on here? Right? Why? It makes you think. There's always reasons for things. Why was that one so publicized? I wonder. I was a kid back then. I wonder what was going on that could have been, taking up everybody's eyes. Everybody's looking at this and there's something else going on. I wonder what else was going on. People who are older, who are watching, we need your wisdom here. What was happening during that time that everybody was watching, but something that was happening that everybody was watching the OJ case instead of watching that thing? Please let me know. I would love to know. But this whole weirdness when it comes to the trial, it's just another layer, and he's just sitting there like this. He sat like that. She said 15, 20 minutes. So he just sat there like that, didn't move for 15, 20 minutes. There's something up. I don't know what. Maybe Tempeh Baltra. Tempeh Baltra. That's what I'm leaning towards, honestly. And I'm going to make a case for it. I have my notes here. I don't usually take this much notes. I have, this makes sense. This makes more sense. But yeah, I guess let's jump into what they were talking about. Let's keep going. We can keep going. Let's see what they were talking about quickly. I'm not going to make this into another video.
His dad wasn't there. That's weird. Yeah. I think, the one part about this whole thing, because it's weird. The whole thing is fucked. I mean, we'll go into it. But like how people react to something like that can vary a lot. The kid, I watched the video of him. The kid was on the phone and he just like turned around and then was like walking away, and maybe it's surreptitious, or maybe like he's like, what the fuck did I just see? And his body is flighting away from it. What I just found really weird though was how the dad.
Thanks.
Right? Yeah. Like, can you tell people what the dad was saying and what the difference was there?
So the dad really screwed his son over, in my opinion, because as I understand, Mike McCoy had told, I don't remember what outlet, but I think it was Washington Post or something like that. He told them that he was on the call with Erica Kirk, right? So he was talking to Erica Kirk. Well, his father comes out and says, within a minute, my son called me and he was covered in blood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Julian, I might be blind, but did you see any blood on him?
Unless I didn't see him get in the car afterwards.
No.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Well, he was never in the car, right? When Frank came out and named who was in the car with him.
Oh yeah, that
guy.
He didn't name
Frank.
Mike McCoy, right?
So no, Mike was not in the car, as I understand. And he was also, when they loaded Charlie in the car, he was walking away.
Yeah.
So okay, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say he was shocked. Okay, he was shocked, or let's say he's a coward. He was shocked and he's a coward and he didn't want to be in the line of the bullet or whatever. Okay, great. Why lie afterwards? Why, when everything is safe and Charlie's rushed to the car, why not check on him? Why not be rushing there? Why not be helping? So that's where the case falls apart, right? His own case, where he says like, well, I was just afraid and, I needed to get away. Okay, what after? When Charlie's in the car, go check on him.
Yeah,
what's up with that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's lying?
I think both of them
are. Is it just the dad? Is it both? Is it him? It's weird no matter what.
Oh, for sure.
It's weird.
Because either way, his dad story doesn't line up, right? So if he's talking to his dad, well, like when you look at the footage, he's already on the phone with somebody. Right?
Yes.
So he did not call. Exactly. Yeah. So he didn't call within a minute. Right. He was already on the phone. Mm-hmm. So that's a lie, right? So then you would think that the guy didn't hear the gunshot in the call. Like, of course. Okay, let's say he's deaf. He's old. He's deaf. He didn't hear it. Why say within a minute? What are you winning with that?
Do you think it's possible for that he? When you say like, oh, within a minute or within 2 minutes, it was actually really within 3, which we don't even have that video. His son may have hung up that first call and then called his dad.
Could be.
Which then also, to be fair, does not explain, oh, he was soaked in blood or all this stuff. Like, again, I don't know why the guy... I couldn't figure out why the guy came out and was saying all that.
Yeah, because I think what he wanted to do, quite honestly, is portray his son as a hero. And he was...
Why? Like, you know what I mean?
Good question. So if you were, and I'm not saying they are, I'm just like hypothetically.
Yeah.
If you were a villain, what first instinct of yours would be?
Project yourself as the hero.
Thank you.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Man. Women from this part of the world, she's like, okay, let's just say you are a coward. They'll just say as they're learning English, because they're just like, well, that's coward. You walked away and you didn't help your friend, so that's coward. That's what that. Am I using the word wrong? Is this the wrong word? I thought coward was when you walk away, because men go towards the violence and women walk away. So you were being like, should I say like woman? You were like woman that day. They'll cut you down, man. They'll cut you down. Can you imagine you're Mikey McCoy? You're just watching this video. So let's just say he's a coward, okay? He's scared and he's a coward. Like, I don't want to work for Turning Point anymore. I'll go work somewhere else. Dad, can I come work with you? This is getting ridiculous now. You're just a coward, You're just a coward and you're scared. It's fine. It's fine. There are many cowards. Children are always cowards. Maybe you are like childlike, yeah? Oh, gosh. Ladies, you can cut through us with some stuff like that. You know that, right? You do know that. You do know that, don't you? Oh, man, but no lies detected. 0 lies detected in this lady, If she is an agent, she's the coolest one. That's for damn sure. Man. But again, and to everything they just said, yes. If you're watching this channel, I've talked about this many times, 100 times. Yes, it makes no sense. The whole thing makes no sense. Why he said everything that he said. And again, I really do think what they're saying is correct. Positioning as a hero, but I really do think you're in front of a congregation. It's your congregation. And you're not going to be questioned by anyone there. They will take what you literally take what you say as gospel. They will actually do that. So there's no one's going to question you. So you're going to say that, you're going to build up that story, and that's just the story they're going to have. Whoever was in that crowd, you couldn't convince them of what we know. Oh no, he wasn't actually covered in blood. They'd be like, I actually got the story directly from Rob. Thanks, person. They wouldn't listen to you at all. They're in. Oh man. All right. I got to move on. I got to do the next episode. I've been really procrastinating on this episode. I really got to go get it done. We're going to be talking about Tempe Bultra. I like that I'm setting that up because I'm going to let you guys know you'll see the episode. It's coming. Anyways, I'm out of here.